Hi Saints. Well, I'm going to be back here causing a little trouble. I know I've done a few videos in the past couple of days here, and so you're probably just sick of me, but this is a fun one. This is kind of a follow-up video I did the other day where the first half of the video I mentioned that we're coming into the end of the 12th month of the Hebrew calendar, and it happens to be the day where there's a full solar eclipse that's going to happen. And a bunch of people made comments to that effect and some emails and stuff. And then I saw this morning, and it kind of gave me a chuckle, I'd have to say. So listen to this.
Said that the calm before the storm was over. In fact, it was more than just the primary geocentric quake maker of Jupiter, Earth, and Sun, but a full moon eclipse occurs at the same time, which hasn't happened with Zeus in attendance in centuries, and all the while we're coming off the strongest heliospheric alignment of Venus, Mercury, and Sun, two biggest alignments for our solar system, 8 days apart.
Okay, well, don't read too much into this video. Matter of fact, I'm the wrong guy probably to be doing planetary anything videos. I already fully confessed during the blood moon situation that I stare up in the sky and I just see a whole bunch of little white dots. I never pick out constellations, and I don't really know that much about it, but I thought this was just really curious here. Going back, Jupiter in alignment with Earth and the Sun, which according to Suspicious Observer, and this is really, this guy publishes papers. I don't know if he's a doctor of astronomy or what he is, but he's got quite the following here. You can see he's like however many thousands of people here watching him. So he said it's been hundreds of years. Now, what caught me is these are some interesting planets here. And I'll explain myself in a second. So let's just read them here. You've got Jupiter in alignment with Earth and the Sun, but then you've got Mars and Mercury sort of in attendance, if you want to say. And let's start off with Jupiter. In Roman mythology, it's Zeus, the king of gods. Well, in biblical history, Zeus was, the Roman name for going back for Lucifer. And so you got Zeus, you've got Earth, of course, the Sun, and then you've got Mars and Mercury. And Mercury is the god of commerce, travel, and thievery. And then Mars is more well known, but it's the Roman god of war. And so it sort of touched all the bases for me. We did, a bunch of videos, and everybody's done them on Revelation chapter 6. And what happens in Revelation chapter 6? Seal 1 is Lucifer coming. Seal 2 and 4 are war. Seal 3 is commerce collapse and famine. So like I say, I'm kind of chuckling in a sense because it's pretty ironic that all this alignment and these planets are here, and what kicked off the last video was a full solar eclipse on that same day, which is the last day of the Hebrew calendar. So I don't know, Saints. Everybody's looking for the rapture to come. That would be one heck of a sign in the sun, moon, and stars. And stars used back. Let's go take a look at the passage since we're kind of sitting here. Genesis 1:14, and everybody hammered on this during the blood moon, so I'm not going to really drain it. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years." Well, signs is like signals. And so that's a pretty good translation. Seasons, and you guys all know this one, but it's moed, which is really the appointed time. So seasons is kind of a tortured translation there. It's the appointed times, or the same thing as the feasts of the Lord. Okay, and so that's is what we're seeing. Not on the day of this planetary alignment, but we said if the first day of the Hebrew calendar is the day after all of this takes place, that's the beginning of the spiritual year. 10 days later, that's the spring equinox. Let me bring up Torah calendar. I'll just show you guys this stuff again. Okay, so here's the total eclipse. It's on March, the day that includes March 9th, okay? See, in the 12th month of the spiritual year. And then here's March 20th, actually the 19th into the 20th, and it's the spring equinox, and it's the day that the lamb was selected. And then you come out here to the Feast of the Firstborn, or the evening going into the day that Passover is celebrated on the 14th, and you have the penumbral eclipse, solar eclipse, so penumbral lunar eclipse. Boy, I'm not good with all this planetary stuff. And so as I made the point in the last video, the solar eclipse pretending doom sort of for the Gentile nations, and the lunar eclipse, according to ancient Hebraic understanding, the lunar eclipse pretending trouble for the Israelites. And again, wouldn't that just fit pretty interesting if this war comes, if that's the Seal 2 war, that would be Ezekiel 38 most likely, and that's against Israel. So just thought you'd find that interesting, more interesting signs in the sun, moon, and stars. God bless you, saints. Hope to see you real soon.